Hello, brothers and sisters. What's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. And if you haven't seen this, please understand this is the stuff that I've been talking about all of these years. Okay? And that is that we have no ally in the Afro community. Because deep down, many BWs are in love with our oppressor. And the ones who will protest what this woman did, they're doing this out of the sense that she exposes their true hearts for what it is. All right. And the more we see of this as Afro men, the more we understand we need to just leave them alone. Oh, and then there's a doozy with the Michael Irving thing that I got to talk about too. So, in here, this is one of the reasons chattel slavery lasted as long as it did in the U.S. for Afro men. Okay, I want you to understand it. And no, I did not include the women. I mean, usually when you make programs, she don't want to, the woman don't want the Afro men included in the benefits of said program. All right, so let's just keep it real. All right, so basically, let's break some stuff down real quick. Let me greet everybody real quick. Vorten Hadugu da, Ola Oitenvang, Vasaslos, Bonjour, Mezani, Kedabawani Konnichiwa. Nihani Ama, Sani Bonani, Jambo Baragani, Assalamu alaikum, and Shalom. All right. And before we really get into this and break down what this woman did, let me remind y'all. All right. Let me remind you to get those thumbs up. My donation links will be in the description box. I will have other links in the description box pertaining to this. So like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell. Keep this in mind that YouTube heavily shadow bans my channel because they know I speak directly to you, tell the truth, and I don't compromise myself trying to get their money. So understand that. So if you think people should see this, then share the video. All right, share the video. So with that said, all right, let's just get into this. All right. Y'all got to see it to believe it. All right. This is in England. All right. So you got to see it to believe it.
From Nisa Nashim, which is a Jewish and Muslim women's network. So we do a lot of interfaith work here. And these lovely people have got
Do be careful.
All right, we'll stop that there. All right. So this is how pathetic the BAW has become, and just the BW in general. This is not an isolated event, but this is the nature of the adversarial entity that is the BW that we face as Afro men. She is showing us, been showing us in behavior and attitude who they really worship. All right. And it's Disney and all of this stuff. But when you look at it, when you look at this, let me remind you that they were given a lot to keep us oppressed. Okay? They were given a lot to keep us oppressed. All right? So, let's get into that. If you go back and read, I'm going to put some links in the description box, historical links in the description box, right? The majority of minority of fully black slave owners, okay, the majority were black females freed by the white male slave owners. So there was a minority of black slave owners. But the majority of slave owners who were Afro, who were so-called black, were black women freed by the white males that they were sleeping with and everything. All right, under something called manumission. What they did was they had a lot of, they carried his seed, gave him a bunch of children, right? And then they became in charge of the slaves. And the black women treated the Afro slaves so bad that many of them ran away to try to find white plantations. All right? So let that sink in. All right, another thing. Just read the rest. So I'm going to leave it up here for you to read. Now, if we can, let's break this down. All right, all the B-dubs that's going to say that couldn't be them, it is them. Because if you look at it now, they are the one that decided to use the Caucasian European standard of beauty because they had always been chasing after the Afro men. After the Caucasian men. That's when they weren't chasing after the men that were thugs. All right. So I want this to be understood clearly. And look at the pounds of makeup that they have on. All right. And so when they say, we are proud, we can't stand with the Caucasian woman take on our things. The Caucasian women have been looking at you wearing their weave for such a long time. All right. And you want to get mad when they get braids to try to get brothers? Because you're doing that to try to get the Caucasian man. All that makeup is for thugs, high dollar Afro men that you're going to divorce in 5 years or less as soon as you have the baby. And you get that Caucasian man. All right. And so this is them. This right here is them. It's them. All right. They're only saying it's not because a lot of so-called BP are going to have a lot to say about this, especially given the history of Great Britain and what they have done to Afro people and the people living in the 54 countries in Africa. The fact that they're split up into 54 countries and land borders instead of separated by family. All right, that's a family tribe culture. All right, they came in and divided them up. Everywhere you see division, they are the authors of that. Everywhere you see confusion, the Caucasian, especially England, as far as the U.S. and many countries in Africa is concerned, they're the authors of that confusion, right? So basically, what are we saying? If God is not the author of confusion, then who's leading them? Think about this. This is why it is time for us to stop bailing them out. No more help. And it is time for us to let them and their pookies hit that wall together. Because when you just get down to the truth of it, even for those that don't want to admit this truth, that the B-dub, this is their nature. And not because these people were so strong. Remember, that when they got what they got, their ill-gotten gains, they came in as friends and then stabbed everybody in the back. Well, who does that now? The B-Dub come in as a wife, as a friend, as someone, oh, I love you. And then because these laws and stuff, which is enforced by Caucasian guns, all right, so because of these laws, they take the man for all they're worth, or at least half of their worth. They take their children, though, and then ruin them, setting them up to be prey to this wicked system that is developing. Brothers, it's time to let them hit that wall by themselves and get them passports. With that said, I'm out.